If you were to ask me what my favorite solitaire game is, I would tell you that the one I play the most and most often and know by heart would be Osmosis. And that's mainly because Ripple Shuffle and Roll taught me. You should check out his channel, he's got some really good games on there. But this one I know by heart, I play all the time ever since I watched his video on it. And it's one of those games that's just so good, so easy to remember the rules, and so small of a footprint, but not too small that you're having to play it in hand, that it is a perfect waiting game because most of the time you're not going to win it. It's all dependent on the shuffle of the deck. So about 40% of the time, maybe less than that, maybe 30% of the time, you win this game. And it's just pretty good. And for that reason, I play it a lot. It only needs one deck of cards. And so I'm going to show you something today that's very similar to it. It's called Moojub, and it is a game for one player. Comes to us from Solitaire by David Parlett. And these are the rules. Now, the rules that are in the book have some conflicting or some confusing things that kind of make the game not that good, not as good as Osmosis. So I went ahead and house ruled it to make it a little bit better. What I house ruled was basically you get 4 redeals, and they're very specific on how you stack the cards up. Now, there was one other video on this game, but it was an Apple implementation that somewhere along the way the programmers went completely wrong with the interpreting of the rules. So we're going to play it as close to the original as we can. We're going to take 4 cards as a vertical reserve, and we're going to take the lowest rank and put it to this side to form the foundations. And if you have other low ranking cards or any ranking cards of other suits, you'll put them in. Always, if you have multiple choices, pick the lowest ones. Now, the redeal rules are going to, of course, be the first redeal. You have to take the stack of cards on the first stack. That'll be the 6 where the 6 of hearts is currently. And you're going to take that stack, put it on top of the next stack, put it on top of the third stack, put it on top of the fourth, then turn over and play as normal. The second redeal will involve the second stack where the Queen of Hearts is. You'll put it on top of the third, the fourth, and then you'll put that on top of the first, and you'll go ahead and flip over and play. And then, of course, the third redeal will do the third stack, followed by the fourth, followed by the first and the second. And, of course, the fourth redeal will be the 4 of diamonds stack. You'll put it on top of the first stack, followed by the second, followed by the third, flip over, and continue to play the game as normally. We're going to build our foundation piles into the next available rank by that suit. So if you do see a 2 of hearts, or an 8 of spades, or a 10 of diamonds, and we're not sure what the club suit will be yet, the next club that gets dealt in play will become the club's suit, as long as it's the lowest ranking card after the 4 cards have been put on the foundation, or excuse me, put on the reserve. And we'll just go from there. The king will wrap around the ace, so if we start off with an ace, it'll be a 2. If we start off with a king, it'll be an ace. If we start with a queen, it'll be a king followed by an ace. You get the picture. Pretty self-explanatory, so let's go ahead and see how this game works. We didn't have any further moves, so we go ahead and check to see if we have any moves. Now, the original rules had some confusing aspects about you needed to play the first row if there was an available move, followed by the second, followed by the third, followed by the fourth. But I say if you have a move that you see, just go ahead and play it, because that rule is mostly confusing and didn't really add too much skill to the game. So we're just going to keep going like that and see what we can do, see what we can get done, and we'll keep moving. I do see a 9 of spades, so I went there and put that there. I also had the 9 of clubs, so I put that down. Now, the first redeal, so we took our first coin, and you don't necessarily have to use coins. You use 4 different objects as long as they're distinct from each other to let you know where you are in the game. So I took that coin, and we went ahead and did the stacks exactly as instructed earlier, and we went ahead and stacked them and then turned them over to start playing again as normal. And we're just going to keep looking for cards that are the next one in rank. And you want to double check this, because you can get on autopilot with a game like this and forget to check, and you'll forget an obvious move that was right in front of your face. So now the third redeal, we started with the second row, followed by the third, followed by the fourth, followed by the top, and we just kept going from there. Excuse me, that was the second redeal. So we got 2 more redeals in our arsenal. So now we go ahead and double check, triple check. Every time you make a move, check with the first, just in case the card underneath it might have gone to that stack. It can get autopilot sometimes, so it can get very confusing. And we have one more redeal left. Let's see how this game goes. We'll just keep moving, keep making plays if they're available, and see if we can't win this game. Of course, winning this game would be involving having every card of a particular suit in its row, and if we're able to do that, we win. If not, we will have lost the game. So we're looking, this is our final redeals. Take the bottom card stack, followed by the first, second, and then third, then turn it over. And we do have some plays left, so we're looking, and I automatically see one thing that's going to be fatal to us, and of course it's the fact that the Jack of Hearts was underneath the Queen, so I lost, so that sucks. Oh well. And so, like always, if you actually want to play something that's not solitaire, that involves other people, come to our subreddit card game meetups and post what public place and what city you want to play some card games in. You never know what will happen. Maybe one day we'll have a meetup. Do click in the show more in the description to see other video channels that I enjoy, as well as a link to a Discord server where you can talk about cards all day, every day with other people that love to play cards. We also have a Dominoes and Dice channel on there, and we also talk about other decks besides the French suited deck, so if you like tarot games, you should visit there. Do call up your friends, let them know you'd like to play some cards. They might say yes, they might say no, or they might like to talk your ear off because they haven't talked to you in a while. You never know. Do like, subscribe, and share these videos with other people you know like playing card games, and do vote in this Game of the Month poll. And I want to thank today's musician, and I'll see everybody next video.